All right. Happy Monday, everybody. Your man Omid with you once again to get into this market so you can be smarter than the person you're sitting next to. You ready? Here we go. Excuse me. These allergies are killing me. So, what's going on in the marketplace this week? So, really, the wild card here is conversations that U.S. China will have regarding trade talks. If they connect and they have a conversation, they report that things are okay and things are going to calm down, you're going to watch the bond market completely tank further and stock market rip and move like you have not seen before. Now, aside from that, here's what's going on this week that could move that. So Wednesday has a CPI, Consumer Price Index, measuring inflation. Thursday has Producers Price Index, measuring inflation on the wholesale level. Probably the biggest thing that you need to be aware of here is what happened here on Friday. Well, on Friday, the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, drop the L and you get the report, showed that there was 139,000 new jobs created. That is completely asinine. You even got Nelson here laughing at it. Fact of the matter is that the ADP, which measures 250 million payrolls, reported that there was only 37,000 new jobs, and these folks came in with their seasonal adjustments, etc., and their guesswork, and they said 139,000 new jobs were created. Keep in mind that these things always go back and they revise it. As a matter of fact, for March and April, they revised at 95,000 jobs losses, but we don't see that in the news. Unfortunately, when that happens, the bonds, which are looking for weakness in order to be able to right themselves, see strength in the economy, stock market takes off, the bonds lose, and rates move up higher. We were at a place at this point, maybe midweek, that rates could have been had for 6.6, 6.67, something like that, and now that's moved higher. The biggest concern that I have at this point, if you're a home buyer or if you're a home seller at this point, and you're looking at rates, look at this. The bonds have broken through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different moving averages and levels of support, and right now are kind of like in free fall, and there's nothing below here that is going to hold them. So it'll be interesting to watch what happens this week. What does that look like? Well, we started the week last week, Monday, 6.96 national average, thanks to our buddies here at Mortgage News Daily who aggregate this information. And this morning we're at 6.95. Now you say, oh, me, that's not really far apart. What's happening? You said the rates got worse. They did, because we were all the way down to that 6.6, 6.7 midweek, and now we're sitting almost at 7%. Now, as this happens, and if you're a home buyer, I want you to pay very special attention to this. There's nothing you can do about the rates. The housing prices are what they are. And if you're ready to buy a house, this is where you need someone creative and someone who's got expertise and is able to guide you through this. So as always, every week we try to give you something that'll help out. So here's this week's tidbit. So this happened on Friday, actual story. Clients approached us. They said, hey, we're trying to buy a new construction home in Kirkland at $1.25 million, but we want to offer them 1.2. We hear the market's getting soft and we don't want to offer full price. So they do that. The builder does not take their offer because he's got additional homes in that development that will be affected if he prices something down $50,000. He's got to go all the way across that. He didn't want to do that. So I came up with a different way to do this. Watch this. Instead of paying 1.2 like they wanted, they agreed to pay the full price, 1.250, but get a $50,000 concession from the builder. That $50,000 concession kind of reads like this: $1.25 million for the purchase, $1 million loan on a 30-year fixed. Using that concession, we were able to get them a 30-year fixed at 5.25%. These folks have young children. They're going to be in this house forever and a day. They bought it because the elementary and the middle and the high school was exactly what it is that they wanted. The neighborhood was exactly what they wanted. So they're going to be here for a very long time. So this made sense. Listen, there is a lot of different variables to everyone's situation. I'm showing you this to show you the possibility of what can get done. Does it make sense always to spend 50 grand on buying the rate down? No, not always. But in this specific case, this was a beautiful thing to do, because over the next 15 years, these folks are going to save $213,000. And here's the thing. They're sitting at 5.25%. Right? So I don't know how much further these rates are going to fall if and when we have a recession. Are they going to get down to 5.25%? I don't know. I don't think so, but they might. But at this point in time, a bird in the hand is what these folks have. So they're closing. They have a 5.25% 30-year fixed rate, and they got the house that they wanted, and they're going to save $213,000 over the next 15 years. So as always, like, subscribe, and comment on these things and forward them on to folks that need to see something like this. And Reach out to me if you have any questions. Let's put together a plan that will help you win, just like we did with these folks, and think outside the boxes. As these rates continue to creep higher, maybe these things are going to become that much more important for you to be able to get in the house. Okay, take good care and chat with you next week. Bye bye.